All right, good morning. We are here, opening bell, episode 67 of live day trading on Webull. I'm looking at ticker symbol BA, Boeing. I got a couple green lines on the chart right here. These lines represent strong areas of support. This one actually just turned potentially into resistance right here. We're still waiting for this 5-minute candle to fully form. And we have another area of support down here. How I found these is when you look at extended hours, I looked at the 15-minute time frame just to kind of get a good glimpse of where it might potentially go. But as you can see, there was a nice move up these last couple of days, and it looked like it was going to be kind of breaking to new highs up into opening bell. So I actually had entered into a position of 100 shares right here in this where this green line is at 136.38, and it might break through and break down and come back to retest this area. I'm not 100% positive, but I only scaled in 100 shares at this point in time. And if it does come down to this range, I will plan on buying some more. And then if it breaks down I will probably just stop myself out to have a losing trade. So we will see here what happens and what takes place. And I will keep you posted. Okay, so it's coming down to that support, and I'm also looking at the SPY, and the SPY looks like it's going to be retesting the 61% retracement level, so we might be seeing a bounce here shortly. My average price now is 135.14. Okay, so it just touched down on that previous support area right here at this 133.50 level. So I went ahead and scaled in. Now, if it does break it, that could potentially pull even down a little bit lower, but a lot of downwards pressure today so far on Boeing. I think we might see a little bit of a bounce here. I'm gonna see what my average price comes in at. Average price comes into 134.75 right here. So yeah, it is pulling back. Still, the candle's not closed though fully. Still got a couple minutes here. Once again, my average price was right here at this thicker green line now. So I scaled in during this process. I started up here, it ended up breaking it down, and then obviously you see this big flush, and then now it's sitting at 134.75. So this is a nice long upper wick, so we might see a little bit of a push, but there is some very bearish momentum so far. But the SPY is also picking up a little bit of a bounce here too. So maybe we might get a little bit of a dead cat, and I'll be able to scale myself out of the position, but we'll see. Okay, I am in now a pretty sizable position. The SPY is coming in to bounce into the 61% retracement level. This is going to really determine whether we're going to start seeing a bounce with this candle or not. So the SPY kind of formed a bear flag and then broke down and then just now tapped on the 61% retracement level. And Boeing really likes to move along with it. Not all the time, but it is doing so as of right now. As you can see, this is actually bouncing up, and also the SPY is too as well. So we'll see if it breaks below that 61% retracement level or not. Okay, so it is now in the green above my entry point. Like I said, when I was looking at the SPY, I'll show up a screenshot right here. I still have 100 shares, by the way. It really did it bounced from that 61% retracement level, which kind of knew that was going to be support. So I didn't mind scaling down as the time went with this specific trade. I don't typically do these type of average cost down, type of trades. Every once in a while I do. I did like how the SPY was kind of set up and how Boeing, it's always more volatile at the beginning, so it did this pullback, and I felt like a bounce would be coming. So yeah, like I said, I'm in the green right now. I still have 100 shares on the long side that I'm going to let play out. But that did get pretty beat up on my unrealized P&L gains as it was dropping because I was taking a pretty sizable position. But like I said, once you have some sort of idea in your head and when you see some supports and resistance on kind of like where I track the market with the SPY, and And when you see things kind of overextended, like for example this candle right here, you kind of know that there's going to be some sort of when a rubber band pulls, it snaps back. So, and that doesn't all happen all the time. So you really got to be careful with that kind of stuff. Honestly, I didn't like seeing my unrealized P&L gains go that low. So I'll probably be taking it very easy on trades upcoming, because I don't know, something felt off about that trade. It just wasn't well executed on my behalf. Feels nice to have some profits so far for the day. I'm around $200, but like I said, I still have 100 shares. So let's see what happens now at this point. I think we might get a little bit of this nice bull pull here. So we might get a little bit of a consolidation and then maybe a move higher. Or this was the dead cat bounce and we might start seeing weakness. So let's go ahead and see what takes place. Okay, so I am now out of that position. I saw kind of a reversal candle taking place on the SPY, and it also is looking pretty bearish here, this kind of indecision candle after this big run up. So it does look like we might be starting to see that pullback. This could just be a dead cat bounce. I'm out of the position, $211 profit, and I'm gonna just call it quits, $211 profit on that trade.